Hi guys, Ty Lord here with my recent movie pickups, discussing some of those and discussing some of them that I've watched this week. I'm going to do another video very soon. I just got another package from Retro Tiburon with all kinds of video games and movies, but I kind of want to watch one of them before I discuss those. But I haven't just discussed the movies I picked up. All of these I picked up for $1. There was 21 of them. Picked up $1 a piece, 21 bucks. Spending way too much on movies, but I got a lot of entertainment out of most of these so far. But before I get to the movies, I have something I want to share here. I picked up at the local retro video game store. It's like a board game store, tabletop and card game store, but it has a lot of retro video games called Utopia Games. I had to pick this game up there. I saw it there, and I didn't realize this game was affordable. Rise of the Dragon for Sega CD. Look at that. I can't believe I found a complete, nice, clean copy there at Utopia Games for 25 bucks. My wife said, heck yeah, you can buy that. I've been wanting this game for many years. I was about to I don't think it's much more on eBay, but I'd rather spend it at a local place. I was about ready to either just get a repro or burn it or buy a copy online, but I've been really looking forward to playing this game. I'm a big fan of Snatcher on Sega CD. This looks like it's a point-and-click adventure game with all kinds of audio dialogue. It's going to be so much fun, I'm assuming. Done by Dynamics. Is that the developer? Or I don't know if that's the publisher or the developer. Rated MA-17s. Maybe I shouldn't play it around the kids, but it looks like it has all kinds of very good artwork. It's probably all just stills. I don't know if there's any animation or not. I'm assuming it's like Snatcher. I was reading the book. This game sounds amazing. I love Snatcher. And this sounds like it's kind of like the cyberpunk or tech-noir, whatever you say, type story. I don't know if they're cyborgs, but I'll read you the description back here. Rise of the Dragon. In a world gone mad. The year is 2053. The city, Los Angeles. Excuse me. Amid the foul air and dark, dangerous streets, a dragon arises from the ashes of legend. Many fear him. Many fall before him. Only one will risk it all to destroy him, and that one is you, Blade Hunter, private investigator. Pardon me. Only the clever and ruthless will survive. As Blade, you must unlock the dragon's deadly secret while battling his gang of hired muscle. Fight with fists and weapons, follow clues, interrogate seedy informants, use your guts and wits to bring down the dragon and save the city from his evil ambitions. Features. Sorry about that. A shocking sci-fi adventure with multiple plot twists. The storyline grabs you. The storyline grabs you tight and won't let go. Pardon me, I haven't been using my voice much. Complex character intelligence. Information learned in one area of the game immediately applied to the others. A visual, stunning, futuristic environment of nearly 100 different locales. CD quality audio track with unforgettable music and haunting sound effects. I don't know if I did that justice or not, but this game looks and sounds amazing. Take a look at some of the screenshots back here. Really cool artwork. Looks like something out of a comic book or a heavy metal album or something. And then the other game that caught my attention on here was this game, Stella Fire, for Sega CD. I looked up this one, and this one looks freaking amazing, and I didn't really know much about it. I think I might order this one. It's 20 bucks on eBay. But it looks like an kind of a shooter. It's like a first-person shooter, but you're in a ship. But it looks like you can move all around this terrain, and there's like polygonal items and polygonal enemies. So it's like polygons, and then there's full motion video too, like acting and stuff, like the pilots and stuff talk to each other. And the music's freaking amazing from what I watched of this. Stellar Fire. So I kind of want to get that game too. Amazing. But man, just look at that badass cover right there. I can't wait to play this. Yeah, big fan of Snatcher. And I'm hoping this is more of the same. Very cool. I got to be careful with that. Okay, now on to the movies. And here's some movies I watched this week. I'll start with the Cyborg movies. Physical Media Mac has got me all into these Cyborg movies. Here's one he recommended, and I watched it, Cyborg Soldier. I picked that one up last week. Watch this with the main cyborg guy is like a rogue cyborg, kind of like the hero of the story. He's escaped from the clutches of the evil agency, the government agency that's built him to be a killing machine. He escapes, and they were trying to capture him. And it's Rich Franklin, the UFC fighter. This is like the only movie I know that he's like the leading role, like leading actor. And he's actually not that bad. He kind of plays like he's very wooden and robotic, but that kind of plays to his character. He's like an android type guy, or like Universal Soldier type guy. He escapes. He meets up with, what's her name? Tiffany Thiessen. I think she was in that new Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, or it's not new, it's maybe like 10 or 20 years old. But she's kind of a little bit older in this and kind of chubbier, but she's still really attractive. Like, she really does it for me in this movie. She plays a cop in this little town, and these mercenaries from the government, and the Bruce Greenwood is like their boss. I think he's a pretty good actor. He's kind of like a middle-aged white guy. I think he played Captain Pike on those new Star Trek movies. But he's kind of like the baddie in this, and he has a group of thugs, and these guys are ruthless. They'll just kill anyone out on the street that gets in their way. They have all kinds of weaponry, and they're trying to capture Rich Franklin. This guy heals like Wolverine. Like, they unload clips of ammunition into him, and he's like pulling them out, and he heals up. He regenerates. He's like a super soldier. He meets up with this deputy or cop or whatever she is. She's really likable. I really like her in this. They kind of become like buddies, and the whole time they're trying to escape these mercenaries. These mercenaries are ruthless. Like, they're just killing like highway patrolmen or killing anyone just to get this guy back to their laboratory or whatever. Rich Franklin, I don't know. Like, I thought he was good in this as the robot guy, and you kind of sympathize with him, and he kind of has a little bond with the girl. They engineered the perfect fighter. He does pretty good, cool little fight scenes. Not too many. I was hoping for more. But this is a pretty cool little adventure movie. And it's kind of newer too. 2007, so it's not that new. But I thought it was a decent, action-packed thriller cyborg movie. Seeing if I'm forgetting something to say about this, but I was enjoyed from start to finish with this one. I was always avoiding this one because I was looking for Cyborg Soldier with Brian Ganese and oh no, that was Cyborg Cop 3. I was thinking it was David Bradley was in one called this, but it was Cyborg Cop 2. So for a while I was avoiding this movie, but I shouldn't have been avoiding it. It was really good. Directed by John Steed. So yeah, I recommend that one if you want it. I got that for $1. Still on to more Cyborg Soldier movies. This one's very similar type creatures. These super biological soldiers. Universal Soldier Regeneration. And this movie is way underrated. Like, I think everyone writes this off as one of those crappy after the year 2000 Van Damme movies. like some crappy sequel to Universal Soldier. This might actually be better than the original Universal Soldier. I kind of like the original one because it's kind of more has that 90s charm, and this is a really dark movie, but it's really well made. Jean-Claude Van Damme plays the same guy from the original. What was his name? Devereaux, Luke Devereaux. Somehow Dolph Lundgren is back playing the same guy. The main bad guy in here is Andrei Arlovsky. He's like the freaking scariest cyborg in any movie. Like, he's a freaking killing machine. Like, they send like 5 Universal Soldiers after this guy to take him down, and he just picks them off one by one. He's freaking scary. Andrei Arlovsky in this. It takes place in Chernobyl. Like, these terrorists. There's a terrorist leader and the scientist that builds these guys, and he's a real freaking weasel. The bad guys in here are so freaking annoying. They're pretty good. They have pretty good dialogue scenes. The two bad guys. There's this nerdy scientist guy and the terrorist leader, and they've kidnapped the president's kids. They're kind of I don't know if they're teenagers or early 20s, but the boy and the girl, the president of Russia's kids, they kidnapped them. The big shootout at the beginning, big car chase through like Moscow or wherever it is. They kidnap the president's kids and they take them to Chernobyl. They're asking for a ransom for, like, I forgot if it was $100 million. I forgot what it was, but anyway. So the whole time the military is trying to send these guys in to, and he's Andrei Arlovsky's protecting them, and Dolph Lundgren's one of his creations too. That he brought him back somehow. I don't know. He got chopped up in he got chopped up in something like a wood chipper or something, didn't he? In Universal Soldier 1. It's been a long time since I've seen that one. Or no, it was like some kind of baling, like a hay baler. I can't remember. But anyway, he's back. Like, he put him back together somehow, this evil scientist. And he comes back and he really messes with the whole movie. Like, the whole movie changes after this guy comes back, because he's like still freaking insane. Arlovsky's guy he's like a pet or a dog, or he's like a machine. He just does whatever the scientist said with no questioning. Once this guy comes along, it gets nuts. Anyway, Jean-Claude Van Damme, meanwhile, he's being rehabilitated. He has this nice pretty lady that's taking care of him. She's kind of like a psychiatrist. But the military needs him back because they've been sending in all these Universal Soldiers, and all these soldiers are just getting massacred by Andrei Arlovsky in Chernobyl. So Jean-Claude comes back, and when he comes back with a bang. Like, there's one of those cool scenes, I forget what they're called, like the one-shot scenes where just like one constant shot, and he's going through all these buildings and taking out all these guys, kind of similar to like something like Tony Jaa would do. Freaking amazing movie. It's directed by John Hyams, the son of Peter Hyams. Peter Hyams actually is the director of photography in this, so it's father and son deal. But Peter Hyams is an amazing director, and his son John seems to be great too doing this movie. This is super underrated movie. I don't know, maybe I just missed out. I should have been giving these movies a chance when they came out, instead of being talking all this trash about post-2000 movies are trash. Maybe I'm some of the problem why some of these, we don't get good action movies anymore, because I wasn't supporting them at the time, and many people like me were not. But this was an excellent movie here. Really dark though. I kind of prefer the vibe of the older Van Damme movies, but this one is fantastic. Dolph Lundgren is freaking scary in it. Arlovsky is scary. Van Damme is a freaking badass hero in this. There's another guy in here too. He's like a regular man soldier that's trying to save the kids. He puts on a pretty good heroic scene. Well, anyway, enough of that. Okay, one more Cyborg movie. Here's another one I put off watching for many years. The Terminators. I enjoyed this one. It's just kind of what I expected. All of these soldier Terminator guys, they're all played by Paul Logan, who I've seen in a lot of cool B movies. He was in that Ultimate Game. He played a fighter in there. He's a really buff guy, really good jawline, really good to play a Terminator type character. But that guy plays every single one of these models. I forget what model it is. whatever, not T-800, but whatever. And they're all these soldiers, and they're all stationed up in this satellite somehow up in space. But there's more of them down on the ground. Like everyone has their own robots in the future, but somehow these robots go rogue. All of the Paul Logan robots, and they all overtake the world. Like they come down on the spaceship from the satellite, and all the ones on Earth go bad too. They all just start killing all the humans. So a little group of humans is resisting them. This guy A. Martinez plays a sheriff. He's pretty good in it. I liked his character. And this guy Jeremy London's like one of the main soldiers, and he's the only one that knows how to defeat them. He is the only one that has weapons that can destroy these things. Because you can shoot them all day long with bullets and they don't go down. But this guy, what do you call him? You can't really see him here. This guy Paul Logan is a pretty good like Terminator type character. Might not be the best movie. Very zombie. Feels very much like a zombie movie from this time, but with Terminators. But yeah, I would recommend that one. Now, speaking of movies I overlooked and I didn't give them a chance, and a good example how action movies are still good after 2000, Ong Bak, The Thai Warrior with Tony Jaa. Frick, man, this Tony Jaa is like #1 action stunt guy. Maybe even better than Jackie Chan. I don't know if that's sacrilegious to say that. This guy, oh my gosh. And I like his style too. He's kind of like a mixture of Jackie Chan, but he has like the Muay Thai kickboxer style mixed in there. He's doing all this fantastic, crazy stuff. This one's directed by Prachaya Pinkawi. I can't pronounce the name, but fantastic directing in this movie. Man, this is kind of similar to Protector, but this one he's not trying to get his elephant back. He's trying to get his Ong Bak head. Like there's a statue, like the god they worship, Ong Bak, in his little village. This weasel guy that's like a drug addict comes to their village and he steals that head to take it back to Bangkok to make money on it. So then these people rely on that statue, and all their wells are drying up and they're not getting any water, because that's like the base of their belief was this god or that statue. So Tony Jaa's character goes to get it back, and man, he goes on some adventures trying to get the statue head back. He meets up with some friends. The guy from the other movies in here that plays one of his, it kind of turns into kind of like a Hard Times with Charles Bronson, because he has to fight for money, and the guy that weasels him into fights, I can't remember that actor's name, but he was in Protector also. He played the cop, and then his sister's in there, so it's like a boy and a girl helping him out or causing problems for him. This has all kinds of like underground fights, like he's fighting people in an underground arena, really cool fights, all kinds of crazy characters he's fighting. Not only that, but on his mission trying to retrieve the statue head, he has all kinds of cool chase scenes, like on foot. This guy's amazing. Like he's jumping over buildings, backflipping over stuff. Yo, man, I wish I could show you some footage of this. It's like Shinmyu QTE stuff, like times 10. All the stuff he's avoiding in the village, like running through the market village. He'll be chasing someone through the street. He'll be jumping over fences, diving under stuff, diving under cars, and one time these guys are walking by with like this spool of like chicken wire or something, and there's a hole in it, and he runs by and he jumps through it, like he puts his feet and his hands up and he like jumps and dives through it, and then like he jumps through more windows. Man, and there's a tuk-tuk chase. Really cool stuff. Yeah, I would highly recommend this one. This one is probably 2007-ish. Why don't these things ever have the freaking year they're released? 2003, man. I put off watching this thing way too long. This is almost 20 years old. Tony Jaa is the man. I think he's still doing stuff. I just saw him in that Triple Threat with Iko Uwais and Michael Jai White and Scott Adkins. That one was really cool. Okay, the last movie I watched here. Oh man, I had to pick this one up because there's a movie on here I've been looking for years. This Sherlock Holmes triple feature set. It's got The Hound of the Baskervilles. It's got the Private Life of Sherlock Holmes, and this is the one I've been looking for, Without a Clue, with Ben Kingsley and Michael Caine. This one's hilarious. I saw it as a kid. I remember my dad was cracking up watching this thing, but I haven't ever been able to find it until now. My wife and I watched it the other day because she's big into Sherlock Holmes. And this movie's hilarious. It's like a comedy take on Sherlock Holmes made in the 80s, but it's really timeless looking movie. It looks like it could have been made like in the 60s or 70s. It's directed by Tom Eberhardt. Anyway, but a funny movie, typical like Sherlock Holmes type plot. But the twist to this one is Watson is the brains behind the operation, and he's written, and in this universe, Watson is the guy who wrote all of the Sherlock Holmes stories. Yeah, not Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, but in this universe, like, he is the writer. So he goes on mysteries with Holmes, and he writes them down, but he writes them out to be where Holmes is the hero, and he's just the doctor, the sidekick. But in actuality, this guy's just a bumbling actor, and he doesn't know how to do anything. He's just filling this role that, he's just paying him to do this role that Watson has for him for his novel series. But this is the guy with all the brains right here, Ben Kingsley's character. And he gets frustrated as heck with this guy because sometimes he won't get his lines right or he doesn't say the right thing. And he's always looking to this guy like, Watson, take note of that. So, and everyone loves Sherlock Holmes because of the stories. And everyone's obsessed with him, and they just brush off Watson like he's a fool. This guy, you can tell he's really heated about that. But they have to face, what's his name again? Moriarty is the main villain. So there's just constantly funny shenanigans going on the whole time. At one point, Watson goes up missing and presumed dead. So this guy has to figure it out on his own, and he's such a bumbling fool. It's freaking hilarious. Michael Caine is hilarious in this. He was hitting it out of the park as far as I'm concerned in the late 80s. He's got Jaws the Revenge, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, and this, probably more. All stuff I really like. Don't talk any crap about Jaws the Revenge around me. Okay. Well, all my other dollar pickups I haven't watched yet. I found another copy of Active Stealth with Fred Williamson and Daniel Baldwin. I'm going to send that to PMM. I found this speaking of PMM, I found this Pepin Merhi production Terminal Countdown with Lou Gossett Jr., directed by Richard Pepin. I love Richard Pepin movies, all PM Entertainment stuff I like. Jungle Warfare movie, Nuclear Terrorist, Race Against Clock, Commando sent to infiltrate a hidden bunker to disarm warhead at any cost. It's got one of my favorite actors, Lou Gossett Jr., and I see old, what's his name? Looks like he's in there. Is that looks like Malcolm McDowell right there. That might not be him. He's covered up with his stupid sticker. Yeah, he's in there, yeah. So looking forward to that. That's from 1999. Wow, I didn't realize PM Entertainment was going on at that time. Yeah, Lou Gossett Jr., one of my favorite actors. And then I got another copy of Cyborg Soldier for PMM. Here's one, Black Mass 2, I picked up. I hear it's pretty good, and it's got Scott Adkins in there. Oh, Tobin Bell is in there, wow. Taylor Maine is in here, wow. That's a cool cast, but Rob Van Dam is in it, so I had to get this one. The main guy is, I don't know who plays the Black Mask in this. I'm not sure, it doesn't say. I never saw Black Mask once, so maybe I should watch that too. Very cool though. I'll have to watch that one. I don't know much about that. Did I already go through all the... Oh wow, I might be done with it sooner than I thought. Okay, now just collections of action movies. These are all $1 a piece, and I'm gonna have all kinds of entertainment out of these. Oh, I'm not gonna keep this one. 8 action film pack. It's still partially sealed. Looks like it's got Stallone, Van Damme, Morgan Freeman, James Brolin, Nick Cage, Dolph Lundgren, Olivier Gruner, and Woody Harrelson. Looks like it has 8 different movies on here. I got it for PMM because it has the circuit with Olivier Gruner. I love this movie. I don't know if he'll like it or not, but I know he's a big fan of Olivier Gruner, and I already have this. So I thought I'd give that to him and his box of crap. Man, I'm getting... It's freaking October. Why is it so hot? Look at that. I don't know if you can see how I'm sweating. If I open the door, the neighbors are doing yard work, so it's going to be too noisy. 10 movie action pack was Seagal here on the cover. Driven to Kill, Road of No Return, Legend of Red Dragon, Tunnel Vision, Prey of the Jaguar. I think I've seen that one. Logan's War with Chuck Norris, President's Man with Chuck Norris, President's Man, Line in the Sand. I think I have those. Chaos Factor, and CIA 2, Target Alexa. That's a PM Entertainment one with Lorenzo Lamas that I've been wanting to watch. And the first one has O.J. Simpson, I think. So I want to watch that one first, but I had to get it for that CIA 2. That's the reason why I got that one. I might check out these other ones. Check out this thing. Oh, man. Oh, you know what? Here it is. No, CIA Exiled. George C. Scott from 1993. Is that the first one? Oh, well. Anyway, here's another one. 20 movies on here. CIA Exiled. Special Ops. SEAL Team 6. Journey into Darkness. Bailout. Night of the Sharks, which I like, an Italian shark movie. Double Nickels. Big Wheel. Born to be Wild. The Choppers with Arch Hall Jr. Hot Rod Girl from the 50s. Wow. Blonde Comet. Killing Cars with Jürgen Prochnow, or how do you say Prochnow? Huh, I wonder if that's any good. Fast and the Furious from 1955. In Hot Pursuit. Devils on Wheels. A lot of these are from the 40s and 50s. Beyond Justice with Rutger Hauer, Harold Alt, and Omar Sharif. Excellent actors in that one. Cold Blood, another Rutger Hauer. Cross Mission, A Killing Affair with Peter Weller and John Glover. I've been wanting to watch that one because John Barry does the soundtrack. The Cape Town Affair with James Brolin. Jacqueline Bisset. Wow. Man, I might have to do a marathon with this one. And then check out this one. Another 10 movies. There's like 3 CDs in this stupid thing. No, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This big old thing. And I don't really recognize any of these, but who knows? Mind, Body, and Soul, Bad Cop 1, Blitz, Kill Cruise. That's the one with Elizabeth Hurley. I think I have that one. Bad Cop 2, Twisted Justice, Human Prey, Narcotic Justice. Oh, that one has a kickboxing hitman. Oh, I gotta watch that one. I wonder who's in that. Street Vengeance and Revenge Quest on the planet Mars. Wow. Another marathon I'm going to have to do. The one that really pulled through for me was that action pack with the Hulk Hogan and Jesse Ventura. Like, I liked every single one on there. I think there was 8 of them. So I'm going to have some fun with those. I hope you guys are going to go watch some of those movies I hyped up. Tell me, recommend any of these other ones I picked up that I don't know about. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of this roasting truck here. It's freaking October. It was cooling down. It was cool this morning, right? Okay. Can't get too excited. I need my pills. I need my pills. Okay. Later, guys. All right, just over a half hour. Thanks for stopping by.